Welcome back to another video in Comic Studio. In a few moments ago, I have been playing for 2 hours by playing Half-Life 2, and no matter what, I just completely reviewed once again as some kind of a little bit as well. Even anything could be really possible as well. Things have just going to change a little bit further on in the future as well. And then probably I might going to be searching for Stickman as well. In the last video, we have just checked out for the Chaos Comic Studios, the Ultra Kill Comic Studio, and Madness Combat by 2 videos ago. And now we're going to be searching for Stickmans. So this isn't going to be for the Stickman. And here it goes. So I have absolutely doing the wrong word, and this isn't going to be for such as anyways as well. So we're going to be searching for about the Stickman Comic Studios, and probably these are absolutely that I just remembered back in the day, and somewhat like anywhere is try to do this again as well, because this is where I just completely remembered, but almost 10 years ago, that my father doesn't like anything as well, including Stickman, Minecraft, or anything as possibly as well, that he prohibits me by watching for Stickman videos, including games and other stuff for many more of those content as like those things as well. So we're going to find someone Stickmans, as could be for many of those things as well. And I couldn't without anything that I just done like anything for to do this is watching YouTube a lot of times as well, for being a long time, for just many questions or some kind of lots of reasons to get all the way from itself as well, even especially like for 15 minutes as well. And now we're getting into this video, starting in for the Polo and Gang Supreme Duelist Stickman Comic Studio, the Work in Progress Stickman, Aiden Stickman, and Hamburg's Comic Studio, and the Stickman Dentist Comic Studio, like anything as well, and many more such as Henry Stickman, and many more as Johnny and Vinny, Random Stickman, Star Stickman, and many more as well. So I have to start all the way for the Supreme Duelist Stickman in the world. So let's start with this thing as well. And even we're going to show up some spoilers. And we got for blue, green, orange, purple, Astro, and Luffy. Even it's absolutely from One Piece. There must be weapons, could be for anything as well, like the modes of anything as well. There are 3 pages available, like Minecraft pickaxe, lightsabers, like anything for some kind of hammers, axes, and anything as well. And finally, the bosses could be only one for this. And this should be for this thing as well, like the most bosses of anything as well. And now we got checked actually for some sort of an in-game footage, but there's no effects like anything as well. The backgrounds could be only for one, and that must be the boss, like anything for itself, except weapons and bosses, like anything for whenever this isn't going to be for something as well, except for bosses that appear as this as anyways as well. But I'm not pretty sure this isn't going to be for such as a little bit for as well. I'm going to be checking out for the characters as well. And the leader of this character could be the king of one ourselves of creations, and try to kill themselves or killing anything as well, like the invaders are coming into the castle, or not just like this. So even though we're going to be added this character, of course, and the green could be for around as well. So the combat isn't going to be for such as way. This is where that we're absolutely trying to battle with Peach Cookie. The orange cookie could be for around for the independable suspect as well. It holds around for lightsabers, and I never completely going to be for what I just asking for around here. The stickmans could be for around. I don't really think this isn't going to be for around here. There are no sprites in the purple selection, except for some sort of like this as well. And what about the pirates? So even it's absolutely this is the leader of the Straw Hats Pirates. I mean, the Straw Hat Pirates could be for around here. Unlikely that we couldn't able to be added for something as well due to like those things, or even possibly as well. So what I just going to be compare about this some kind of stick, and especially like those things, and it's going to be for really crazy about for this thing as well. And we're going to be getting a little bit for fight, a little bit for just as well. Or this is not going to be for us a little bit friendly. So this is going to be for such as the boss fight for one stickman and the other. And I couldn't believe it will be taking for a little bit longer as well. But I gotta see like some sort of comics, like anything it goes. After several minutes of adding for some kind of those things from the studio crossovers, we added some other kinds of Cookie Run characters. Expect this from the studio crossovers from around here it was. Because which means around for the 6 clips or the panels like those things. And such as Night Cookie versus Luffy, but we forgot to put Madeline Cookie for around here in order to be matching one of their swords. The Green Warrior versus Peach Cookie, Ninja Cookie with a handgun versus a orange suspect with a lightsabers could be actually tried to even for a greatest assassination like those. Probably we guess, but I'm not very sure that Ninja Cookie wins with a handgun. White Choco Cookie versus a stickman with a metal pipe. The King Blue versus Tiger Lily Cookie with Rambutan Cookie for about to battle down for about the King Blue as anyways. And finally, that isn't going to be for such as the boss. Could be for unknown the boss versus Raspberry Mousse Cookie. Even though it's possible that we have all of those things, but we're not going to be end of this video. There must be user comics around here. And as you can see, Supreme Duelist Stickman is owned by Neron's brother. And now let's go to the user comics. Here we go. It does not have absolutely for many recent images like those posters like themselves. As we can start up the animation for something as well, it gets even crazier than unusual. And even for this, there must be black and there's Luffy. So the green ones. So battle for something isn't going to be coming around here as well. And probably that must be for Arrow. Astro has just kicked down like anything else, I'm not very sure. Even the bows lightly battling for anything as we come. Black Luffy with the wrench. There's ISO speed in this thing. And I couldn't be able to be see for anything as well. And especially there must be a lot of those things as well. But I'm not pretty sure this isn't going to be for cost for the most expensive those things as well. Some new movies are going to be more expensive, but this is the first one that we just eventually saw this thing as anyways. So let's go up into this for the Supreme Duelist Stickman comics. But I guess pretty sure that we're going to be checking out for only 3 of them. As we're going to be showing up some spoilers, and which contains for a lot of them as well. Even for pretty sure as well. So but newest to oldest could be for one thing. I'm not pretty sure. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 of them. We have only 9 of the comics, but in a total, like those things as well. So it's past midnight, and I never felt that will be the end of this video for pretty sure as well. And that is all the characters what I just did here for some studio crossovers. Instead of these things, I'm not gonna be pretty sure. This isn't gonna be the background that we're waiting for. And there aren't absolutely more of the Stickman Comic Studios from Anything It Goes for around. Thankfully this isn't going to be a little bit disturbing as well, because nothing explicit blood like anything as well, or pretty probably try to do anything as well to edit any more of those things, but unfortunately something is probably enough then. And that it could be the end of this video, I guess. So if you try to check it out of this comic studio, and be sure to be at age of 13 in order to check out for some flash games or something as well, like anything, and it was in description below, including the main website, and expect for some ad pop-ups in order to browse some comics from all times as well. So that was probably it, and thanks for watching. I'm gonna be seeing you many lads and comic studio users all later, as I'm gonna be signing off.